And escalating tensions even further tonight. A report that appears to confirm accusations made by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in his address to the UN last September. In that speech, Netanyahu said that Iran was using a facility to store nuclear equipment and material. For more now on that report and the other issues brewing with Iran tonight is Middle East analyst and partner at Gotham Government Relations, Shai Franklin. Shai, thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you as always. Let's start with this IAEA, this report that said that the IAEA found some evidence here of nuclear activity at a facility that the Iranians claim was a carpet factory. Prime Minister Netanyahu had warned just last week that there would be more evidence coming out that Iran has been breaching the nuclear deal, never was in compliance with the nuclear deal. If this actually all bears out, and this proves to be true, is this the red line that the international community perhaps needs in order to really launch a full-fledged united crackdown on Iran?
Look, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the Iran deal, had all kinds of protocols built in, steps that if one side or the other, particularly Iran, wasn't in compliance, how to review it and to bring evidence. So I think most important here is that if the IAEA report does bear out what Netanyahu was claiming a year ago, then first of all, it shows we can rely on the IAEA to be responsible and to not be afraid of putting out reports that don't back up what we were hoping would happen. It's not clear to me that what Netanyahu claimed and what the IAEA report comes out with is really that big of a surprise, and whether it's actually in breach, it's not clear to me when they were doing it.
Right.
Maybe the information is out there. I've been traveling around today, so I don't really know for sure.
Right.
But Netanyahu wasn't saying that Iran was in breach. His real point has been that there shouldn't have been a deal in the first place. So if we don't accept that there should be a deal in the first place, you don't really get points. I don't give you points for proving that maybe they were in breach of a deal that you didn't think they should have done in the first place. He didn't say that they would breach the deal. He said that the deal wasn't good enough, even if they complied. And Israeli intelligence has been saying that they have complied.
Taken in tandem, though, with the uranium stockpile, the low-enriched uranium stockpile limit breach, and then Iran's leaders saying that they are going to enrich uranium to a higher level. I mean, how many more steps, how many more things like this, of this nature, does the international community need to hear, though, in order to start aligning more with the U.S., or is that just not going to happen? Because the U.S. pulled out of the deal first.
Exactly. The U.S. pulled out of the deal first. So it's hard for Israel or the United States to come to the Europeans or to the Chinese or the Russians and say, we want you to support us. It's not just the Europeans. China and Russia are also signatories to this. And they don't wake up in the morning thinking, how can we help the United States achieve its global agenda?
Right. Talk about this, the tanker incident that we've been reporting off the Strait of Hormuz. The UK already increased their threat level now to critical right now for all of their ships in that region. Does something like this threaten pushing the UK and other European powers closer or farther away from Iran and closer to what the US has been saying this whole time?
Well, there's two different things going on. There have, over the last 50 years, there have been incidents like this. There have been trends in the Straits, often involving Iran. And this is clearly at Iran's initiative. But do the Europeans, do the British really want to escalate this? Even the United States has backed away. President Trump backed away from launching some limited attack on Iran after the drone was shot down. And that was partly because the Emirates and others, they're afraid. Because on the one hand, they like to take Iran out. On the other hand, this is a reminder. What the incident that happened overnight is a reminder. Even though Iran didn't succeed in getting the tanker into its own waters, it's a reminder that Iran can do a lot to disrupt shipping. And oil futures can be very influenced by this.
All right, we got to go. Shai Franklin, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you again.